This is superb, I tell you. I had this for 2 days in a row and I still can't get enough of it. Hi, I'm Stephanie and today we are going to be making this very yummy and flavorful Tantanmen. If you are cooking for your children, you may want to switch up some of the ingredients because it may not be so kids friendly depending on how comfortable you are. So for today's recipe, we can serve up to 4 adult portions actually. The most important part of this Tantanmen recipe is to prepare the soup base. So typically, this soup base is prepared with soup broth that is simmered over slow fire for 3 to 5 hours, and it takes a lot of effort to produce this very creamy and very rich bone broth. Come on, as mummies, we don't have the time to boil it for so long, right? Okay, so the trick of today's recipe is that we don't have to boil the broth for 3 to 5 hours because we have the help of Make Good Kitchen. I really love this kind of healthy kind of broths.
Shut up and take my money!
I know that it doesn't interfere with my recipe, and that is what I really appreciate about it. And whenever I cook with this broth, right, I feel like I'm giving my family like superb nutrition because they have been slow cooked for the longest amount of time to produce the greatest flavor, and that I think is really awesome. I also really like their packaging because it comes in a pouch and then it has this small little spout there, right? That makes it for easy pouring and easy cooking, and it's really so convenient and mess free, and that's what's really important for mummies like us. So I hope you really enjoy the recipe that we are going to be whipping up for you today. Without further ado, let's get cooking. Firstly, what we are doing here is cooking the noodles as well as the bok choy and setting it aside so that we can use it for later. And then we are going to be making the spicy pork topping. First, we heat up the oil. Then we stir fry the pork and add in some chopped garlic. So because I don't have a grater on hand with me, I'm just going to use my spoon to scrape out 1 teaspoon of grated ginger. Once the pork is almost done, you can add in 2 tablespoons of 豆瓣酱, then fry it for another 1 minute. After that, add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce and continue to stir fry it. Break up the pork and then let it simmer under low heat for 3 to 4 minutes. For the soup paste, we are adding in 4 tablespoons of sesame paste, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of white vinegar, 4 tablespoons of finely sliced spring onion, and we are using the white part only. Because the Make Good Kitchen broth is so thick and so flavorful, right, I have decided to dilute it a little, and I'm going to be using 3 cups of water, 3 cups of Make Good Kitchen broth, as well as 2 cups of soy milk. As you can see here, as I'm stirring, the soy milk gives a very nice creamy color and texture to the whole dish, and that's what gives weight to the soup base at the end of the recipe as well. So all we want to do here is to boil up the soup, and that's it. Okay, and now to assemble the ramen, we need to take 2 tablespoons of the soup paste that we have prepared earlier and put it into a bowl. And then we are going to be scooping up some of this very flavorful and creamy soup base to mix with the mixture. Once it is mixed up already, we are going to add in our noodles and just gently stir in because the noodles has dried up a little after waiting for a while, we are going to be letting the noodles absorb some of the soup first. Once we have done so, we are going to be adding the spicy pork topping on top of the ramen noodles. And then we are going to be adding in some vegetables, which is the bok choy that we have blanched just now at the earlier part of the video. And then garnishing it with some spring onions. If you like, you can also add in some chili oil just to increase the flavor and the aroma of this dish. But I think for me it's a little too oily if I do that, so I've decided to skip it. So you know what makes this dish so fantastic? Is that all the flavors come in perfectly at the right balance, and they all like come in just to, you know, tease your taste buds in all aspects, because there is like salty from the doubanjiang, sourness from the vinegar, sweetness from the broth and the soya bean milk, and it's really so enjoyable for me, so much so that when I was trying out this recipe, I had it for 2 days in a row, okay guys? So I really hope that you enjoyed this recipe that we have prepared for you today. Okay, and do remember, if you need to serve it to your children, do replace some of the ingredients because it may be a little bit salty. Alright, so remember to like our video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram as well, MamaTellYou SG, and I will see you at the next episode. Bye!